Okay, everybody. Welcome. Welcome to the Two-Way Street Coffee House. Thanks for coming out tonight. Yeah, round of applause. My name is Jennifer. We've had live music in this room for every Friday night for 55 years. Yeah. So this is a fantastic room to have music. There's been some wonderful talent that has been here throughout the years. Tonight is no exception, so we're really excited. We're one of the last remaining listening rooms around. And because we are a listening room, we ask that you keep your conversations to a minimum, and by minimum, I mean not at all. That would be wonderful. And if you could also please turn off your cell phones, we would really appreciate it. So that would be wonderful. All right, so tonight, we welcome for the first time to the Two-Way Street stage, Smeed. So let's give him a warm welcome.
Thank you. How are you? Good. I had a little bit that I would do for a while, just only with friends. I'd be like, hey, how you doing? They'd be like, oh, good. How are you? And I'd go, well, not so good. And then I'd go on and on about how everything was horrible. And it wasn't that funny, but, you know. Well, so, yeah, I'm Sky. I'm from Kansas. Yeah, Lawrence, Kansas. I actually grew up in a little town in southeast Kansas called Chanute, little town out in the country. You hear that guitar?
Just the guitar. I don't hear the...
Yeah, me neither. I think we may have lost the guitar again.
Sorry.
Now you hear it. So yeah, I'll play you some songs I wrote, some that I did not, and see what happens. Sound good?
Yeah.
I wish I'd never said those words to you. I wish I'd never set out to make you blue. But I can't take it back. It's in the air to stay. Everything that we've done before, the reason that we're standing here today. We'll turn the lights down low and pour another bottle of wine. Watch the fire die down. Listen to the south wind whine. I don't care anymore if one of us was right or wrong. While the stars are falling, our love is still hanging on. I know it feels like every little thing's gone wrong, and all the money that we have is already gone. But I'm in love with you. I ain't kissing on your bank account. No, there's no replacing you. You're the one I can't live without. Turn the lights down low, pour another bottle of wine. Watch the fire die down, listen to the south wind whine. I don't care anymore if one of us was right or wrong. While the stars are falling, our love is still hanging on. We were born to live, darling, we were born to run. We were born to laugh, we were born to love someone. We were born to wander, darling, we were born to cry. We were born to live, darling, we were born to die. We turn the lights down low, pour another bottle of wine. Watch the fire die down, listen to the south wind whine. I don't care anymore if one of us was right or wrong. While the stars are falling, our love is still hanging on. I don't care anymore if one of us was right or wrong. While the stars are falling, our love is still hanging on. Thank you. Okay. So this next song. So a lot of things have happened to me over the last few years. I got a call from a distant relative that I didn't even know I had a couple years ago, and I was informed that I had inherited a canned squirrel meat company down in Arkansas. Yes, and so I went down to check out the facility, and it was in pretty rough shape, so I decided I needed to kind of fix it up. So the first thing I decided I'd do is write a little jingle for it. Would you help me out with that? Sure. Okay. Now it's pretty easy. All you have to do is clap. See what happens here. Here we go. So this is my jingle. All you have to do is clap. Chicken of the trees, chicken of the trees, down home flavor gonna bring you to your knees. Do you want another helping? Gonna say yes, please. Chicken of the trees. Well, I got a little business with my brother and my pa. A canned squirrel meat from my home in Arkansas. See the fuzzy little tails up in the hickories? That's what we call chicken of the trees. Chicken of the trees, chicken of the trees. Down home flavor gonna bring you to your knees. Do you want another helping? Gonna say yes, please. Chicken of the trees. Headed out hunting in the tall, tall pines with my old 410 and a jug of moonshine. I'll plunk 'em with a pellet and I'll pack 'em in some water. If you ain't never tried it, I can tell you that you oughter. Chicken of the trees, chicken of the trees. Down home flavor gonna bring you to your knees. Do you want another helping? Gonna say yes, please. Chicken of the trees. We got the 12-ounce tins, a little BPA. Bred, born, skinned in the USA. Y'all vegetarians, you best get real. The furry little make a damn fine meal. A chicken of the trees, chicken of the trees. Down home flavor, bring you to your knees. Do you want another helping? Gonna say yes, please. It's a chicken of the trees. That was excellent clapping. That was good. So I will have to inform you, the business isn't doing so well. Yeah, it's not. So it's just not doing well. So I ended up making some T-shirts, which I have for sale over there. some Chicken to the Trees t-shirts. It's 100% squirrel fur. So if you end up, here's what I always say, if you like what you hear, I have CDs for sale. And if you don't like what you hear, I have t-shirts for sale. So there's something for everyone. Okay, let's play some more music. I'm so happy to be here. I drove the whole drive today, which was no big deal, 8 hours. But the problem is, I tend to talk too much once I've been driving and just not talking the whole day. So I'm gonna apologize. Play this. You want to hear a fishing song? Sure. Fishing song. So, I grew up out in the country, and when I was a kid, my dad, he took me fishing every day during the summer. He had the summers off. He was an art history professor. And we'd walk across this field to my Uncle Bill's pond, and he'd say, one of these days we're going to catch a lunker bass. And I'd say, well, what's a lunker bass? And he'd say, well, it's just a really big bass. And I'd say, okay. And so one day we caught that fish. He actually caught it, but he told everybody I caught it. So this is as true as any fishing story should be right here. I was 5 years old, sun bleached blonde, when my father and I fished my Uncle Bill's pond on a rundown dock with a few cane poles, a jar of worms and some big tadpoles. One of them days right out of a dream, bullfrogs in the mud, bluebirds in the trees, and my dad brought along an old zip code with yellow spin bait, so he gave it a throw. Out in the water between two sticks, he got a big old bite and his hook got fixed. And the pole bent down till the tip got wet. He said, hold on tight, I'm gonna go get a net. So I'm pulling and I'm reeling and I'm getting pretty gassed, when out of the water jumps a big old lunker bass. Said, hurry up, Dad, this thing's gonna win. But he took over and he hauled him in, and it was taller than me with its tail on the ground. It made the local paper and the talk of the town. And my father just smiled when everybody asked, well, how the hell did your son ever land that bass? My Uncle Bill's old pond has long been sold. My father passed on and I'm growing old. But when I'm out on the water, I'll remember his cast, and the day that my daddy and I caught a big old lunker bass. Thank you. Man, so it's always kind of, I mean this, it's always a little frightening when you know that there's been music played every Friday in a room for 50 years. You can't think about it too much, because you think of all the wonderful people that have come through here. And yeah, it can sometimes, if you let that feeling overcome you, it can be a little, it's like, whoa. Let me play a little resume song. Does that sound good? Okay. So, my friend Barrick Hill and I, we go to the Folk Alliance events together, and the Folk Alliance, I guess it was here, pretty close to here, last year, and there's always, you go and It's a bunch of hundreds of people trying to get gigs with flyers that say all these wonderful things about themselves. And I decided, I was talking to Barrick, I was like, well, I'm just going to write a resume song so I don't have to carry a flyer around. So here it is. This is it. And this is, this is just a for fun song. I played it. I didn't mean to offend somebody. I played it a couple weeks ago, and somebody came up after the gig and they said, well, you didn't like playing my funeral? I said, huh. Folk singer for hire. Folk singer for hire. I played 1,000 gigs, that's too many times. I know 3 chords and a couple of rhymes. I'm 40 years old and I need $500. I played the divorce parties, the festivals, a dive specialized in fried testicles, birthdays, weddings, and sometimes worse. At the funeral, they set me up by the hearse. Folk singer for hire. A folk singer for hire. I played 1,000 gigs, that's too many times. I know 3 chords and a couple of rhymes. I'm 40 years old and I need $500. I played the tractor pull at the county fair for hula hooping hippies and conservative squares, millionaires, mansions, and micro brewers. I lost a whole lot of money on irrational tours. A folk singer for hire. A folk singer for hire. I played 1,000 gigs, that's too many times. I know 3 chords and a couple of rhymes. I'm 40 years old and I need $500. Well, I'm not trying to make the song sound bitter, but the stage right next to the portable, singing my heart out, stench in my lungs. On the ladder of life, I've been up and down the rungs, and I will not play that wagon wheel. I write what I know, I sing what I feel, and that Freebird joke was never really funny. But I'll play the whole song if you're coughing up money. Folk singer for hire. A folk singer for hire. I played 1,000 gigs, that's too many times. I know 3 chords and a couple of rhymes. I'm 40 years old and I need $500. Well, I'm 40 years old and I need $500,000. Can I play another song? Oh my gosh, I'm so happy to be out of the van. I'm almost back to it. Okay, here we go. Shaking it all off. Here we go. This is a little song called 9 to 5. This is, well, so that's funny you should ask. Lawrence, Kansas has this beautiful little festival every year. It's actually not so small. I guess it's small. Called Fid Pick, Fiddling and Picking Championships, kind of a bluegrass thing. And it's in the park downtown. You're under these beautiful trees, and it's a wonderful time. It's a very Lawrence thing to do. You know, everybody shows up with a blanket, and it's a free event. And last year, Tim O'Brien was the headliner, and it was beautiful. The year before that, I can't remember who the band was that finished the day off, but for their last song, they did Dolly Parton's 9 to 5, bluegrass style. It was very good. And I thought about how much I honestly love that song and love Dolly Parton. And I was like, that's a cool song title. So I started thinking maybe I should try to write a song with that title. because I just love that 9 to 5. I don't know. It's good. And so I kind of forgot about it. And a couple weeks later, I was at the grocery store picking out avocados, and on the speakers up above, Johnny Paycheck came on. And he was singing, "Take this job and shove it." And I thought, that's a sign that I need to write 9 to 5. So here we go. I wake up early and I come home late, feeling like a cold hot dog on a styrofoam plate. I try to kill the misery, so I drink a little gin. I'm hoping for some sweet dreams before I do it all again. Oh, it's 9 to 5, 9 to 5. Keep on working long as I'm alive. It's a way to make a living, but I don't want to do it anymore. Johnny Paycheck, he's on the radio. He's singing, "Take this job and shove it up your hidey-ho." Well, he had a couple hits, but he don't sing them anymore. And I heard on the day that he died, he was penniless and poor. Oh, it's 9 to 5, 9 to 5. Keep on working long as I'm alive. It's a way to make a living, but I don't want to do it anymore. And we could pack it all up and find another little town. We could cash it all in and never settle down. Well, Dolly Parton, she sang it like it is. They're gonna take away all they can and they're never gonna give. And I'm pretty damn sure that's the way it's gonna stand. And I'm probably gonna go out working with a hammer in my hand. Oh, it's 9 to 5, 9 to 5. Keep on working long as I'm alive. It's a way to make a living, but I don't want to do it anymore. I wake up early and I come home late, feeling like a cold hot dog on a styrofoam plate. I try to kill the misery, so I drink a little gin. I'm hoping for some sweet dreams before I do it all again. Thank you. Everybody doing okay still? Great. So, I have a daughter. My wife and I, we have a daughter. She's going to be 7 years old in a couple weeks. Yep. And she's in first grade, and she's starting to ask some pretty hard questions. Well, I mean, we're driving to school. It's a beautiful sunny day. "Dad, are you going to die someday?" And I'm like, yeah, let's listen to this song. Listen to this great song. You know, the tough questions. She's a great kid. She's a lot of fun. Her name's Rosalie. And so in the morning, I get to take her to school. And so I kind of set it all up, you know, make her oatmeal and do this and that. And then I have about 30 to 40 minutes to work on songs at the kitchen table while she brushes her hair and puts some clothes on and gets her teeth brushed as well. And I was working on this song. This was like, I don't know, 8 months ago or something. And I didn't know that she was listening to it. And But a couple days later, she pulled me aside and she said, "You know that song you've been working on?" And I said, "Yeah." She said, "I don't like the ending." And I said, "Why not?" And she said, "Well, it's sick." I said, "Well, honey, it's just an ending, you know." And she said, "No, Dad, it's sick." And she just walked away. I thought, huh. So I actually kept the ending, so we'll see what you think. So this is, yeah, I don't play. So this is a song coming from a person. This is coming from a person like in character. That person that there's that person. Maybe you know this person in life that has all the luck, is very successful. Everything good is always happening to that person. And when they talk about it, it's almost like they're bragging. So I'm going to be that person in this song. They can't help it. I met an old friend yesterday. He didn't look too well. Oh, he tried to hide it, but then he cried, "My life's gone straight to hell." And he went on for way too long about why he had the blues. Then he blew his nose and dried his eyes and said, "Well, tell me, how are you?" Well, I got rainbows in my clear view, lucky pennies at my feet. Generosity from strangers just for walking down the street. Horseshoes overflowing, shooting stars all around. So many four-leaf clovers that I have to mow them down. Oh, I got good luck, yes I do. I'm gonna give some of this good luck to you. I tell you, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give some of this good luck to you. I got Bert on my shoulder, I got cash up to my knees. I guess when it was New Year's Day, I ate my black-eyed peas. Bartender keeps them coming, tells me all my drinks are free. And if I scratched a ticket, I would win the lottery. Oh, I got good luck, yes I do. I'm gonna give some of this good luck to you. I tell you, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give some of this good luck to you. It could have been karma coming round. Could have been karma that cut you down, down, down. When I finished talking, my sorry friend was gone. My intuition told me it was time for moving on. I stepped out on the sidewalk with my big fat grinning head. Then a bolt of lightning from the sky shot down and struck me dead. It could have been karma coming round. Could have been karma cut me down, down, down. Whoa, karma coming round. Could have been karma that cut me down, down, down. What do you think? Sick? It's Here, let me. So, anybody love any Guy Clark fans in the audience? Guy Clark? Is that can I play cover songs here? Look, could I play a Guy Clark song? A friend of mine and I play this just when we sit around the yard and pick and play, and we were talking about how much we loved the song, and he's like, "Do you ever play it at gigs?" And I said, "No." He said, "Why not?" And I said, "I don't know." So I played it last week. I was in kind of a wild place last week. It was Liedenkranz. It was this German club that hosts folk shows in Nebraska, and it was a wild place. It was just enormous, and supposedly it's haunted. The janitor was telling me some wild stories at the end of the night. And then he was like, "Do you want us to put you up?" And I was like, "No, thanks. I wish I was in Austin. In the chilly parlor bar, drinking Mad Dog margaritas, not wondering where you are. But here I sit in Dublin, just rolling cigarettes, fighting back and choking back the shakes with every breath. Forgive me all my anger, forgive me all my faults. There's no need to forgive me for thinking what I thought. I loved you from the get-go, I love you till I die. I loved you on the Spanish Steps the day we said goodbye. Well, I am just a poor boy, work's my middle name. If money was the reason, I would not be the same. So I stand up and be counted. I'll face the bitter truth. I can walk away from trouble, I can't walk away from you. Forgive me all my anger, forgive me all my faults. There's no need to forgive me for thinking what I thought. I loved you from the get-go, I love you till I die. I loved you on the Spanish Steps the day we said goodbye. Well, I have been to Fort Worth, and I have been to Spain, and I have been too proud to come out of the rain. And I have seen the David, I've seen the Mona Lisa too. I have heard Doc Watson sing Columbus Stockade Blues. Forgive me all my anger, forgive me all my faults. There's no need to forgive me for thinking what I thought. I loved you from the get-go, I love you till I die. I loved you on the Spanish Steps the day we said goodbye. Well, I wish I was in Austin. in the chilly parlor bar, drinking Mad Dog margaritas, not wondering where you are. Such a great song. Are you up for a sing-along? Sure. All right. Excellent. I like to hear that. It's Friday night. Joel, sing along? Okay. Okay. I love this place. It's so great. It's cozy. I love it. I love it. Okay, so this is a barbecue personal ad song. Let me see here. Here's what you're gonna sing. We should rehearse. It's good to rehearse. So here's what you're gonna sing. A barbecue. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Barbecue. That's pretty good. You're saving your enthusiasm for the actual song. Well, I like that. 3/4 of the way through this song, I'm going to give you the cue, okay? And we're going to sing it with exuberance. Sound good? Well, I was walking downtown Kansas City. I was lonely, broken, blue. A woman left me for a psychiatrist. She turned vegetarian too. I put my last dollar in a personal ad, looking for someone new. Well, a hungry white male seeks smoke pit queen who can cook that barbecue. You got salt, brown sugar, smoke and spice, spongy white buns and beer on ice. A baby got back, a baby got sauce. I'm licking my fingers and I'm licking my chops. I gotta be sweet and spicy, smoking and hot, tender to chew. I need a real good woman who can cook that barbecue. You see, I'm into long-term commitment. We'll keep it low and slow. When it's all over and done, thermometer gonna let you know. And if you're the kind to eat and run, I really can't stand fast food. The last time I ever had a brush with danger, I was choking on a piece of tofu. Well, I ain't gonna lie, I ain't good looking and I got a lot of meat on my bones. But I love short walks to the refrigerator and I dig listening to George Jones. So call me up and I'll come over with some cornbread and collard greens. We're gonna get down to cooking, put the bacon in the beans. Got salt, brown sugar, smoke and spice, spongy white buns and beer on ice. A baby got rump, baby got sauce. I'm licking my fingers and I'm licking my chops. I gotta be sweet and spicy, smoking and hot, but tender to chew. I need a real good woman who can cook that barbecue. Are you ready? A barbecue. Little bit louder. Barbecue. That was beautiful. I gotta be sweet and spicy, smoking and hot, but tender to chew. I need a real good woman who can cook that barbecue. Well, hungry white male seeks smoke pit queen who can cook that barbecue. Excellent singing. Shall I play one more song? Yeah. Okay. And then, so here's the deal. I'm going to play another song, and then we're going to take a break, and then I'm going to do another set. And the next set is going to be entirely different songs than the first set. So, yes. So stick around, please, because they'll be totally different. Could I end this set with a love song? It's a song written by my father for my mother in 1976 called Sally. I'll play you this. And yeah, once again, I have some things for sale over there. I've got a little mailing list if you want to know when I'm coming back around the area. Stickers, bumper stickers that say positivity will prevail. Yeah. If you don't like that sticker, you could take one and stick it on some stranger's car. That is encouraged. All right, here we go. Sally, will you walk with me? I got confused, hold on. Well, Sally, will you walk with me? Down a dusty country road. We'll take some time to smell the roses, as we did so long ago. And Sally, will you walk with me? Through an early springtime rain, we'll take it up in Granddad's pond, race that northbound train. We'll run and laugh like kids again, as we did so long ago. And I'll tell you that I love you, as if you didn't know. Well, Sally, will you walk with me? And Sally, will you walk with me? From now until the end of time, we're gonna find our own eternity, and make our poem rhyme. Run and laugh like kids again, as we did so long ago. And I'll tell you that I love you, as if you didn't know. 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 Sally, just walk with me.
Right.
Thank you.
Let's hear it for Sky Smeed.
Hey,
Wonderful. Okay, and as Sky mentioned, we're going to take a short break now, about 15 minutes or so. You can refill your snacks at the counter. The restrooms are down the hall and on the left. And as Sky mentioned, he brought all the things over here. I see mailing lists and all kinds of cool things. And I also wanted to mention you're going to be on WFMT tomorrow night, right?
Tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night. So, yeah, be sure to tune in. Lots of big fans of Folk Stage and Midnight Special. And Marilyn is a great friend of the Two-Way Street and the folk scene here in Chicago. So we'll see you back here in about 15 minutes.
I got a name I'm going to ask you about. I've got relatives in Lawrence. You do? Southern. Charles Southern was on. He didn't win, I think, at the university there. Okay. Not long, but it's been a long while. Okay. I think you're too young.
Well, so I didn't. He's the worst is that. So I didn't grow up there, so I don't
Yeah,
know
yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been there 13 years.
makes one of them. Then we'll have the shanties. The shanties. You know that? They're a couple. Yeah. Yeah, right. Okay, but, well, out that way. Sorry.
Yeah, we just did
Come fight all together like Missouri. You know, Kansas. Like,
when we went to Folk Alliance International one year, we did this thing. We tried, like, we decided we were gonna try all the barbecues.
like the taco. Yeah.
Like 7 days of
That
the
whole
month.
week.
That's all we did.
We had 6 or 7.
I
Yeah.
don't remember.
I don't know.
Kind of
There were
blacked
so
out.
many big ones. We got some recognition though because we kept posting on Instagram and a couple of the barbecue places were like, sharing our reviews. I don't know, they were all so good. But like there was the one that sells the wood to all the other barbecue places. I can't remember what it's called, but it was like they do, right. But there was like everybody's like, you gotta go to that one, that's where all the barbecue places get their wood. And I'm like, okay, this is like the place. Probably it sounds familiar. But, and they had like a lumber yard in the back, but then they had like a barbecue place up in the front. Yeah. They were all really good.
But yeah, it was a lot of barbecue.
Yeah.
Louisiana barbecue.
Yeah, like my cholesterol was like through the roof. Oh, I think there was one that we missed. Yeah.
Like that's what everything's
Never ever been. Yeah, that was a good one. That was a little windy, so yeah, like good.
I mean, you can't go wrong. Really, you're not gonna.
We went to all like the legendary ones. That's what we did.
Yeah, but then there was one because like we could only go on a Sunday
Or something,
and
we
so we
were-
missed one that was open on wasn't open. So kind of.
For like 3 or 4 years, this company hired me to go play the Kansas City Royals for the barbecue festival. It was kind of ridiculous.
Oh, no. And you know you're gonna eat shit, and then you're like, I'm just trying to sing and I got a gut full of bells.
And everybody's like, and you're out there like just doing this thing like,
I'm in an Irish band. It's the same way. It's like during St. Patrick's Day. It's like everybody's ordered too much more beef. Yeah, it's a fun day. My income's like they're teaching, they're producing. You're not a yoga person. I'm a water now. Water, you gotta keep working. Like you say, you gotta 9 to 5, keep shifting. Yeah. Do you want to stand? Oh, so you're like, I'm not doing stands.
and I rarely do that, but I know nobody's gonna get up there.
What is it, accountants? Yeah. Oh, nice. Sounds really nice.
Does it sound okay?
Yeah, sounds wonderful. Yeah. Really well. Good balance. That's nice, yeah. Got it. It sounds great. And it's like, get quiet. Quiet. It's like, yeah. It is, yeah.
When I worked up in 8 months ago, my other guitars were all, it was apparently more than the guitar.
Yeah. It's like not fixing the trans in your old car. Right? Yeah.
I was annoyed, but I got about it.
Yeah. No, that's great. Love it. I dropped a Taylor a couple weeks ago. It landed on the edge and broke it. Cracked the top. I'm having it blue right now. But I have a Martin Triple O custom and Santa Cruz nylon screw. FX, it's a bigger stuff. And they are nice. I have a lot of classical guitars too. I love to play classical. Just like, play it that way. I play mandolin quite a bit. I play tenor banjo with that band, with that Irish band. I recently took up the nickel hopper. It's a Swedish instrument. It's a key bowed instrument. So it's got 4 strings that you bow, and then it's got 12 resonant strings that resonate as you play notes on the different keys. And so you bow it this way, and there's keys that 3 rows of keys that you play. Yeah, nickel hopper. It's a Swedish instrument.
It sounds complicated.
It is. It's confounding. I need to go back to always got a suit on, or he's always dapper, he's always wearing some kind of fedora. Yeah. He learned that young, you know, like he was like dressed up and he did one of those from like the adults and people talk to him, kind of an icebreaker for him. Dress up nice, you know. And then sometimes he'll like show like a 20s look because he really wants to be Indiana Jones. So he's going to study cultural anthropology. He really wants to be Indiana Jones. I mean, like, he really wants to be Indiana Jones. So, you know.
You have to change your hair.
Well, pretty close, so. That's a stress hat. It's Indiana Jones, right? Yeah, it was like, there was one that
Pull the guy's heart out.
oh, that was a scary one, yeah. There was a new one, like, recently, like, 2 years ago. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It was. And it still had Harrison Ford in it.
I heard your voice. Yes. I love it. I heard your voice. I sure did.
Your voice is very pretty and no.
It's too far. Oh, cool. It's too far. It's too long. It's the Travis pattern.
Keep telling, everybody keeps telling her it's so easy.
Well, okay. Let me rephrase it. It's easy if you practice it.
Yeah,
How's that?
that's
That's
my
a little
problem.
realistic.
That's my problem.
But it's like the, you know, this pattern. And then it kind of.
Good.
But you can also do the standard. I think it's September. I think you just you get the base. September won't be as much. September, August. I saw somebody doing that.
Goes down.
What's that? Went online and I found it.
Yeah.
And you're gonna hit fluoride next year. I watched that 3 years ago. It's not hard, but I watched it. Going on 3. And then I mean, I still practice. Because I want to try to do a little different patterns on it.
Unless you want to leave.
John Bryan did it. That was like John Bryan. Yeah. That was his whole thing.
I'm usually too busy trying to avoid wrong notes.
We have a signal on your
Play.
tomorrow.
That's the only I play so bad that the only compensation I get is to realize that other people are trying to play the same thing and they don't care. As long as I don't get too many loud wrong notes.
Yeah, that's my strategy too. It's all about stick out.
Here is the answer. This is recording my own, so who knows if the same
stage. That's the one that's 7.
I never liked that weird now.
They did away with some for about 6
I got it in my email.
What's the most popular cigar by a memory? All I know is in Mexico, they put cane sugar,
Yeah, I heard that.
whereas they don't put corn syrup in it. It's a different coke and flour, right?
I just remember I had I used to do 10 years and I had a patient tell me one time I was drinking Coke throughout the shift.
Yeah.
And he's like, you could take the acid off the battery.
That's true.
I'll be here. Do you want to do it now?
Put it. Yes, yes, that sounds great. Run an amp. Yeah.
And some Travis gets
She wanted an amp. She doesn't need.
Travis.
Travis?
You're not enjoying her talk?
On YouTube.
Oh, okay.
That's how I found it. 'Cause I was like,
You can get anything.
I really wanted to learn it.
So somebody
And I found
else-
somebody that slowed it way down. And I just watched it.
Yes, it does.
It's named after Merle Travis. So I guess it's sort of.
George, who leads a sing around, used to go to Merle Fest.
Oh, when it comes out of the machine.
Folk stage is 7.
I don't know, I thought you were talking about.
Midnight special is 9 to midnight.
Beautiful song.
Yeah.
Willie Nelson.
Midnight special.
Well, if you go to like, like you're
I have a record of it. Chicken corridor.
I really grabbed this my phone and
What's his favorite? That's his.
Now what's gonna happen is I'm gonna put out out of all the bills.
You know that song?
One time. What do you mean at one time?
what kind of drugs, what kind of illicit drugs? Wherever you go.
I was raised on Willie Nelson. They were like, we had headphones and
Coca-Cola was derived from cocaine.
See if she can.
interesting stuff on the record. Stack. Are y'all from here? Yeah, Old Town School.
She wouldn't buy that.
Really?
No, she won't buy that.
He's amazing. He used to come to some backstage. He used to come to us.
It's all artificial, it's like Kool-Aid. I had some in the freezer for 2 weeks.
And they all come to that one. What town?
Yeah, it's frozen. And, put it in the pitcher with the water and the top on the fridge.
Okay, everybody, before we get started with another set from Smeed, I wanted to tell you about all the wonderful things that are happening here at the Two-Way Street Coffee House. On Sunday afternoon at 3 p.m., we are going to have our second ever Tunes and Tales. We're very excited. We're going to be hosting Robin Benneman and Jenny Benneman. And normally, Joel and I will be together as Ashley and Simpson, but I have my daughter's graduation. So Joel is going to be all by himself, and it's going to be amazing. He's going to be singing some of the songs that he wrote without my influence. So you're not going to want to miss it. So it's going to be Joel and Jenny and Robin at 3 p.m. Sunday afternoon. And then next Friday night, we have Heather Steica, friend of the Two-Way Street Coffee House, absolutely. And the Friday after that, on the 29th, we have Mark Dvorak, another fantastic act coming your way. At the end of the month, on our 5th Saturday of the month, this month, we have 2 workshops that we're offering from Low Rev. We have a beginner harmonica class, and we also have a ukulele kind of bluegrass style class that he'll be here Saturday, May 30th, and it's $25 for one of those workshops. You can sign up for one or both, and you can find all the information on twowaystreet.org. There are flyers on the table that tell you about everything that's happening here, and Mr. Lee Murdoch is in the house. He has put a flyer about his concert coming up at Tobias on the 23rd at 8 p.m. of this month. So be sure to check out all the information here and both on the racks outside. And I also want to take this time to thank our volunteers. Sometimes I forget to do it because I get excited at the end. So thanks to Chris and Tim, the counter. Joel's doing sound. My name is Jennifer. And now, without further ado, we're going to have another set from Sky. Let's give him a big hand.
Heather Steica's amazing. All right. Okay. I'm just curious. Did John D. Graham ever make it here to play? Well, he's one of my favorite songwriters, and he passed away last month, I believe. So the only songwriting course I ever took or workshop was from him. It was a couple years ago, a couple years ago, and he's this great Austin, Texas songwriter, and I saw that he was gonna. He never really did songwriting workshops, but I saw that he was gonna do one, and I was like, well, I was more curious than anything, so I signed up, and it was a whole lot of fun. You know, we'd meet up on Zoom every Sunday for about a month, and we'd get in there, and he'd be in his little studio, and he'd light up a cigarette, and he'd be like, "What do you got?" And I'd have, whatever song I was working on that week, and it was fun. It was exhilarating, and I played him this song. I said, "Man, I've had this chorus to this song I think I had it for 4 years. I had it stored in my phone, just on a recording little file, and I could not figure out what it was about or anything. And I showed him the chorus, and one of those Sundays, and he said, and he stopped, and he was like, "You make sure you don't rush your way through that one." He said, "You've got something special, but you need to give it time. You need to spend time with it." And he said, "Don't screw it up." So we'll see. Here you go. It's a song called "Keep Rolling On." Towns you never seen, trains for you to ride, dreams for you to dream. On the other side, things change in the blink of an eye. Keep rolling on. Things change and you don't know why. Keep My past is slash and burn. Nothing ever turned out right. I never did return. I just rolled on out of sight. Things change in the blink of an eye. Keep rolling on. Things change and you don't know why. Keep rolling on. I've been right by your side. Showed everything I know. I hate to say goodbye. Here's as far as I can go. There are towns you never seen, trains for you to ride, dreams for you to dream. On the other side, things change in the blink of an eye. Keep rolling on. Things change and you don't know why. Keep rolling on. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, you ready for another sing-along? Sure. All right. This is a song called Bumper Sticker. It makes no sense, but it kind of rhymes. You did so well on the first one, we're not even going to rehearse this one. And I brought bumper stickers, yes. Okay, here we go. My German Shepherd is smarter than your honor roll student. I ain't wearing any pants and I'd rather be fishing today. Honk if you're horny, honk if you really love Jesus. If you can hear my horn, then you better get out of my way. Don't drink and drive, don't drive and text. We'll work for food, beg for sex. This truck sucks gas, but it hauls ass. There's no such thing as driving too fast. A bumper to bumper, everybody's got a bumper sticker. This is where you sing. A bumper to bumper, and everybody's got a bumper sticker. Two more times. A bumper to bumper, everybody's got a bumper sticker. Yeah, listen up. A bumper to bumper, and everybody's got a bumper sticker. That's beautiful. Well, please excuse me, I was raised by a pack of wolves. Oh, there ain't no need to panic, 'cause God is in control. Well, I bet Jesus would always use his turn signals. Legalize weed, hug a tree, and legalize coal. Well, don't drink and drive, don't drive and text. We'll work for food, beg for sex. This truck sucks gas, but it hauls ass. There's no such thing as driving too fast. A bumper to bumper, everybody's got a bumper sticker. A bumper to bumper, and everybody's got a bumper sticker. Well, it's bumper to bumper, everybody's got a bumper sticker. A bumper to bumper, and everybody's got a bumper sticker. My son sells marijuana to your honor roll student. You know sometimes life, it just ain't always fair. You better save the whales, save the bees, and save the river, and save the trees. That coexist, you know I'm just too old to care. Don't drink and drive, don't drive and text. We'll work for food, beg for sex. This truck sucks gas, but it hauls ass. There's no such thing as driving too fast. From bumper to bumper, everybody's got a bumper sticker. Bumper to bumper, and everybody's got a bumper sticker. Well, it's bumper to bumper, everybody's got a bumper sticker. Bumper to bumper, and everybody's got a bumper sticker. So, that was great singing. Thank you so much. It's weird when you say we're going to do a sing-along and then no one does it. Could be soul-crushing, so thank you. So I wrote that song in 30 minutes. I'd been collecting bumper sticker sayings for the entire 2 months while I was on a little tour, and so every time I saw a bumper sticker that I thought was funny or even not funny, I'd write it down. And I got home and I was having a writer's block, and I thought, I need to do something to get myself out of that. And so I was talking to a friend. His name's Mike West. He's an amazing songwriter. And I said, Mike, I can't figure out how to make this bumper sticker song make sense. And he stopped what he was doing and he said, well, don't make it make sense, just make it kind of rhyme. And I thought, oh, that's a good idea. So I set the timer on the stove for 30 minutes, beep, 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 start, and finished it. And I was thinking about, I started playing it at shows, and people started to like it and request it more than the songs that I'd spent a lot of time on. And I didn't know how that, it didn't make me feel, I didn't know how to feel about that. And so shortly after all that started to happen, I was watching a documentary about John Prine, and it's a beautiful documentary, and at the end, the person interviewing him said, well, if you could give any advice to people trying to write songs, what would it be? And he looked directly at the camera and he said, don't write anything you're not proud of, because you might end up singing it the rest of your life. And I started thinking about the bumper sticker song. So we'll just, we'll even out the scale and play a John Prine song now. Another kind of funny thing that happened during that time is, well, it's funny to me. I had a tour in England scheduled, and at the time, I don't have any right now, but I had bumper stickers made up with every single saying from that song on them. So there was just packed into this one bumper sticker was all the lyrics. It was beautiful. It was the bumper sticker that said it all. It said bumper sticker, and then it had all the things around. And so I brought like hundreds of them on tour with me to my first England tour. And I get over there and I'm in my rental car, and it took me a little bit, but I'm driving around. I'm driving to my first gig, and I realize there are no bumper stickers on any vehicle in England. It's like I'm going to be hauling these things back home. It's not what happened, though. People saw the bumper stickers, and I said, this is... So I started something, I think. Okay, ready for a John Prine song? Yeah. Okay. You come home late and you come home early. You come home big when you're feeling small. You come home straight and you come home curly. Sometimes you don't come home at all. Just come over you What in heaven's name have you done? You've broken the speed of the sound of loneliness. You're out there running just to be on the run. Well, I got a heart that burns with a fever. I got a wild and a jealous mind. How can a love that'll last forever leave me so far behind? But what in the world has come over you? What in heaven's name have you done? You've broken the speed of the sound of loneliness. You're out there running just to be on the run. It's a mighty mean and a dreadful sorrow. It's the way we found ourselves today. How can you ask me about tomorrow? You ain't got no words to say. What in the world has come over you? What in heaven's name have you done? You've broken the speed of the sound of loneliness. You're out there running just to be on the run. Thank you. Everybody doing okay still? Doing all right? I went out walking late last night in open fields, full moonlight, catching snowflakes on my tongue, like it told me you once did when you were young. I felt the ice under my boots, let myself fall, 'cause what's the use? And I rolled over to my knees, and I cried until I felt my teardrops freeze. I don't know what to do with myself without you. All night long, the whole day through, well, I don't know what to do. check the mail, I check the phone, I call old friends, they're never home. Oh, I try to smile, I try not to stare. I get dressed up, and I go nowhere. I don't know what to do with myself without you. All night long, the whole day through. Well, I don't know what to do. I went out walking late last night in open fields in full moonlight. I got turned around out in the cold, like folks do, like they do when they get old. Thank you, thank you. So I bet, since this is a folk club, you've probably never heard any Bob Dylan songs played in here. I bet you've never heard this one played in here at all. Ain't no use to sit and wonder why, if you don't know by now. Ain't no use to sit and wonder why, it'll never do somehow. And your rooster crows at the break of dawn. Look out your window and I'll be gone. You're the reason I'm traveling on. Don't think twice, it's alright. Ain't no use in calling out my name like you never done before. Ain't no use in calling out my name. I can't hear you anymore. Wish there was something you could do or say to make me change my mind and stay. But we never did too much talking anyway. Don't think twice, it's alright. Ain't no use in turning on your light, a light I never known. Ain't no use in turning on your light. I'm on the dark side of the road, thinking and walking, I'm wandering down the road. Once loved a woman, she was a child, I'm told. Well, I gave her my heart, but she wanted my soul. Don't think twice, it's alright. Now so long, honey baby, where I'm bound, I can't tell. You know, goodbye is too good a word, so I'll just say fare thee well. I ain't saying you treated me unkind, you could have done better, but I don't mind. You kinda wasted my precious time. Don't think twice, it's alright. Never heard that one here, right? Thank you so much for being here. I have a couple more songs. Is that cool with you? That work? Thank you for being here. This is one of my most favorite things to do, and it's even more fun when people show up. So thank you. Sun come up, it was blue and gold. Sun come up, it was blue and gold. Sun come up, it was blue and gold. Ever since I put your picture in a frame, I come calling in my Sunday best. I come calling in my Sunday best. I come calling in my Sunday best. Ever since I put your picture in a frame. And I'm gonna love you till the wheels fall off. Oh, yeah. I love you, baby, and I always will. I love you, baby, and I always will. I love you, baby, and I always will. Ever since I put your picture in a frame. Ever since I put your picture in a frame. Ever since I put your picture in a frame. Can I tell you a quick story about this next song? Okay, so this is a song called "Starting All Over," and so I moved away from home right after high school, and I moved out to Massachusetts and started playing shows and waiting tables and doing all kinds of stuff a 20-year-old does. And at some point, I figured I needed to move back to the Midwest, and so I ended up having an opportunity to restore an old train depot station on some land that my grandfather grew up on and turn it into a home out in the country in the middle of this pasture. And so I started working on it and learning how to use tools and do carpentry stuff. And pretty quickly I realized that I was going to need, a job to fund this kind of thing. So I met a guy in town named Artie Bassey, who was almost 100 years old, and he was living on his own still. And he was just a sharp fella, and we became friends pretty fast. And he called me up one day, and he said, he had these two dead maple trees in his front yard. And he said, those two dead maple trees in my front yard? And I said, yeah. And he said, well, I can't get any of the tree guys in town to cut these trees into cactus forms for me. I feel like you might be the only one that can do this. I thought, well, I could do that. So I brought my chainsaw over, and he had plans drawn up. He knew exactly how he wanted these to be cut. And so I spent the day cutting them, and he was out there directing every cut from the ground. And we got them all cut, and he said, oh, that was great, thank you. And I thought, well, there's my good deed for the year. And about a week later, he called me up, and he said, these aren't doing what I want them to do yet, and I can't get any of the paint guys in town to paint these things cactus green, and I think you might be the only one that can do this. And I thought, well, I can probably do that. So I took my ladder over and painted them cactus green. And he called me up a week later, and he said, no one's noticing these at night, Sky. I got to get some lights on these things. So we went back over, and he had a big coil of solar lights, and we wrapped every single trunk and branch. And then he came out with a bag of nails, and he said, we should really make sure that these have the little spikes on them too. So I spiked nails through the whole thing, and then he came out with a bird feeder, and the last little finishing touch was a bird feeder on one of the branches, and or a birdhouse, that is. And it was a great art project, and it was on 4th Street in Chanute, Kansas, and there wasn't anything else going on like that right there. And it was amazing. I loved it. And shortly after that, I ended up actually moving to Lawrence, Kansas, which is 2 hours north of Chanute. And Artie was still living in his house, and he ended up calling me right around Christmas, and he had taken a bad fall, and he'd ended up in an assisted living place. And I went and visited him there, and when I was back home, and I was talking to him, and he said, and I'd been writing this song with a few different stories in it called Starting All Over, and I said, oh, Artie, this sucks. And he was like, yeah. He's like, but he's like, I'm going to be all right. I'm just kind of starting all over again. I said, all right. And he said, the kids, they got my house up for sale. And I thought, oh, man, that sucks. And he said, yeah. He said, but no takers yet. And then he leaned in, and he had this glint in his eye, and he said, but the trees are still there. And so this song has a little bit of Artie in there. I packed up my records, a suitcase with clothes, put the keys in the old front door. I took one last look with tears in my eyes at the house that was my home before. Into my pickup and on down the drive, I stopped, but when I reach the end. Check my old mailbox one more last time, starting all over again. Starting all over again. Starting all over again. How did I get here? Where do I begin? Starting all over again. My mother and my father raised me so well. They decided to end things today. Before things got worse, decided it best to both turn and go their own way. She kept the home they built with their hands, and he's living at the Holiday Inn. You're never too young to feel too old for starting all over again. Starting all over again. Starting all over again. How did I get here? Where do I begin? Starting all over again. And you can't stay where you are. Where will you go? There's sun shining down at the end of the dark, cold road. An old friend of mine just turned 99. He was doing just fine on his own. One too many dimes, he fell down in the night, ended up in the local rest home. I called him last night. He said he's doing all right, and he's got a brand new girlfriend. Said you're never too old for falling in love and starting all over again. No, you're never too old for falling in love and starting all over again.
Okay, Sky Smeed, everybody. Let's give him a big round of applause. And this is Sky's first time here, so I was trying to explain to him that nobody, and I mean nobody, gets out of the two-way street without an encore. Should we ask Sky for one more song? All right. Do you have one more for us?
I do.
All right.
Thank you. Thank you so much for being here. And thank you again for having me, for the sound and everything. Thank you. It's been a beautiful night, and I'll play you one more. There's a song called Without Music. Let's just do it without a pick. Yes, thank you for being here. Could I tell you the story behind this one? Okay. I'll keep it short. Sort of. So when Tyler and I, my wife, Tyler and I got married, we got married down at my mom's place where I grew up and out in the country, and it was a beautiful ceremony. And afterwards at the reception, my father-in-law Jim stood up and he said, "Well, when my daughter told me she found someone," I said, "Well, does he have a job?" And he's a musician, and so Jim had all these jokes that he had prepared about musicians and money, and he made them up himself, and like the first few were kind of funny, and then they just started to really nosedive, not so funny, and everybody started to get a little nervous, and I started to kind of sweat in my suit, but he knew what he was doing. He got everybody really uncomfortable, and then he stopped and he said, "I want you all to close your eyes and imagine a world without music. It's not a world I want to live in, so Sky's all right by me." And so I thought about that a bunch, that idea. of a world without music, where we would be. It would be so weird. And yeah, so I decided to write a song called "Without Music," and when I finished it, I thought Jim should be one of the first people to hear it. And so I had this CD, you know, I have a little recording studio at home, and so I recorded it. And then I thought, you know what? Maybe I should send him this CD with the title "Without Music" on it. And when he pops it in, there's nothing on it. I did not do that, but I was tempted. Anyway, thank you so much for being here. Last song of the night. I've been doing this for way too long to quit. Most of my friends have already up and split. But I'm a simple man, I like to feel the guitar strings. Without music, I wouldn't have anything. Without music, I wouldn't have anything. When I was a kid, I took piano from Miss Vertigear. She taught me St. Louis blues and taught me to trust my ears. Her house was falling down, she made that spinet sing. Without music, she didn't have anything. Without music, she didn't have anything. Without music, without music, it'd be a sad old world without music. Had a garage band with my buddies back in high school. We turned it up to 10 and the girls thought we were sorta cool. When graduation came, I followed a distant dream. But without music, I wouldn't have anything. Without music, I wouldn't have anything. Without music, without music, it'd be a sad old world without music. Well, I met her after singing late one night. She gave me her number, said, I hope you call. I said, I just might. And then we fell in time, and I gave her a wedding ring. Without music, I wouldn't have anything. Without music, I wouldn't have anything. Without music, without music, it'd be a sad old world without music. Without music, without music, it'd be a sad old world without you. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful evening.